Hello and welcome to another class of Tai Chi online for this lockdown situation. What we're going to look at today is the water element from the 5 elements. This is the 5th of the 5 elements, Wuxin in Chinese. Water element is associated to the winter, a time of resting, sort of recharging the batteries. Okay. The internal organs connected to the water element are the kidneys and the bladder. And the colour is blue, dark blue or black. There's a sensory organ connected to all the elements, and the water one is the ear. So we're going to be talking a little bit later on about listening. Okay. So whenever we're doing any Qigong, all the movement should be fluid, flowing, like water. If you think of water in around the world, everyday life, we automatically think of rivers and oceans. But obviously there's other forms of water. We've got clouds, we've got rain, we've got mist, we've got steam, we've got dew on the grass. Water can be very soft, but it's also very, very strong. So you can think of the soft water in the dew onto the grass, helping to help the grass grow. But also water can be very strong. If you think of the Grand Canyon, it's completely formed by the Colorado River flowing through it. So we're going to start with some tapping exercises, and these two, we've done a little bit of this before, and the tapping is just to stimulate the kidneys. So we're going to be tapping around either side of the kidneys, not directly on the spine, but to either side. So feet hip distance apart, hands by your sides. Now I don't want you to think about turning your waist, I want you to think about turning your shoulders. So keeping your head looking straight ahead, we're going to turn the shoulders, and that moves the arms. So not moving the waist, moving the shoulders. And as you let your arms swing, gently tapping front and back on the kidney area. To gently stimulate around the kidneys. Slow down and come to a stop. Now, as I've said before, all of these exercises you do within your own movement range. I don't want any extra bending or stretching that you don't feel comfortable doing, just whatever feels comfortable for you. The next exercise is called moving clouds, or sometimes referred to as cloud hands. In class we call this the carrying of the ball exercise. So one palm facing up, the other one palm facing down, as if you're holding a ball in between your hands. Again, we're going to turn the hips and the shoulders, and we're going to turn and take the ball over one knee, turn it over, and bring it back over the other knee. Turn it over and across. As you turn your hands over, think of holding the steering wheel in a car. So the palms stay facing each other as you turn the palms over on each corner. Bottom hand down round about your waist, top hand round about your heart. And then we'll come back into the middle and hands to the sides. The next exercise is called pushing waves. So we're going to shift the weight over onto the left foot and turn the right toe to the corner. Bring your palms up and push forward, bringing your weight to your right foot. Forward and back. So we're thinking of pushing waves up onto the shore and then pulling them back. Breathing out, breathing in. Out and in. And change sides. So turning to the left, pushing forwards to the corner, back, breathing out, and in. And then bring your hands down to your side. Now the mudra for the water element is a moving one, and for anybody who's done a little bit of Tai Chi form, this is the way most Tai Chi forms start. You bring the hands to the sides, feet hip distance apart, and pushing forward with the fingers. Let them float up to shoulder height, draw them back a little bit, and then press back down to either side of your legs to where you started. So forward, back and down. Breathing in, breathing out. So if you look at this from the side, forwards, up, back and down. And you might notice that you're drawing half of the yin-yang symbol. Okay, we can add a little bit onto this. So as we bring the hands up, we're going to go out to the sides. Back in. And down. Now I want you to think of using your knees to push your hands forward and up. Right to the side, back in. And then use your knees again to pull your hands back down. So, breathing in. And breathing out. One more. And close the feet to finish. Now, because the organs that we're concerned about are the kidneys and the bladder, which are located sort of in the middle bit, we're going to be doing a lot of turning in the exercises. So just be careful if you have any lower back problems, just to not do it too much, just whatever feels comfortable. We're going to start with the next one. It's called bear turns. The bear is associated to winter because they're big and they're slow when they move and a very ponderous manner, usually, unless they're chasing you, in which case run like hell. Okay, so bear turns, we're going to have the feet at horse stance and the palms facing the ceiling as if you're holding two platters. Okay. From here we're going to turn the top part of your body to the side and back, and turn to the other side and back. Turn and back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, the twisting movement is helping to stimulate the kidneys. Straighten your legs, bring your arms down, and then give your legs a little bit of a kick. Sometimes when we do this for too long, can get a bit sore on the legs. So the next one, same posture, horse stance, and palms facing the ceiling. So this time when we turn, we're going to turn the palms over and press down to the side of each side of your knee and up and down and up. Turn and press down. Bear pushing down with two hands or paws. Okay, so this one is also helping to strengthen the legs. And of course you can go as low or as high as you wish. So just a little bend or a deep bend if you feel like it. Last one. And then feet back. And again, give your legs a little bit of a shake. The next exercise is for releasing, again, the spine, tension from the back. It's also strengthening the urinary bladder and helping to purify the kidneys and the bladder. Also the liver and the intestines. Okay, so it's a really good all-rounder, this one. So again, feet hip width apart. And we're going to roll forwards and down.
Now it's not necessary to keep your knees locked out. You can keep your little bit of bend in your knees if you wish. Down as far as you find comfortable. Now I want you to imagine you're holding on to the edge of a wheel and we're going to turn the wheel round. So out to the left, up,
and then down to the right.
So breathing in as you come up. And out as you go down. And one more. This is called turning the flying wheel. Now we're going to change direction.
And we'll do 3 circles on the other side. Finish up, back down at the bottom of the circle, and now we're going to get rid of any excess sort of energy and from your body. We flick the fingers forward towards the ground 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, like flicking mud off your fingers. Standing up again, rolling back up. Take a breath in. And then breathing out, settling the breath, gathering the chi. The next exercise, again, a little bit of turning, and this time we're going to be shifting the weight from side to side, but as we do the turn we want to keep the weight on one side till we finish the exercise, and then we change over and we do it on the other side. So again, feet hip distance apart, and maybe a little bit wider if you wish. We're going to bring the hands up to your shoulders. Now shift your weight over onto your left foot and turn your right toe out. Bring your right hand in behind your back, palm facing outwards, and we're going to turn and grab hold of the outside of your right knee. Back up. Shift the weight, other hand in, turn the toe, down and grab the outside of your knee. Up, keeping the weight on the supporting leg. Down. Keep the weight on the supporting leg as you come up. Other leg empty. Last one. And feet together. Now the next exercise is the fire exercise from the five element set that we did right at the very beginning, if you remember. So we're tracing the hands along the bladder and kidney meridians to help stimulate them and to release tension, and also to purify them. Okay, we're going to be giving a little tap to the kidneys, so loose fists, and a little tap to the kidneys just here. Don't hit yourself too hard, it's just a gentle tap. Okay, so again, feet hip distance apart, and we're going to arch backwards a little bit, bring your hands up over your head, and folding forwards. Again, you can have a little bit of bend in your knees if you wish. Down to your toes. Draw around the outside edge of your foot. And then up the back of your legs. Up past your waist to your kidneys. Make the loose fists. Tap. And then run your hands back down again. So we're going down the bladder meridian. Come around to the inside, and then run your hands up the inside of the legs, along the inguinal fold, and feet together. And then we step out to the side, up, and folding over, down, starting from your little toe, along the edge of your foot, up the back of your leg. Think of your middle finger pressing slightly into the back of the legs, up, tap, and then back down again, palms open, slight pressure with the middle finger. Around to the inside and coming up the kidney meridian. And feet together. And again. Breathing out on the way down. Breathing in on the way back up. Tap and down again. The bladder meridian runs up the back of the, starts at the little toe, runs up the back of the legs, up the spine, over the top of the head, and finishes just in the side of your eye. Kidney meridian comes up the inside of your legs to the sides. We'll do one more. Breathing in and then breathing out as you fold over. Breathing in as you come up. Breathing out on the way down. Breathing in as you come up. And as you close your feet. And finish. The next exercise is called rowing the boat in the center of the lake. Centre of the lake just implies that you're in the calmest areas, you're not being affected by the flow of the river into the lake, so it's a nice easy place to row your boat. So again, feet again hip distance apart. This one strengthens the back, the arms, and around the kidneys, and it's good also for your legs, conditioning the legs. So feet apart. I want you to imagine you're holding on to your oars. We bring the elbows back, so with loose fists, and bending forward, bend the knees, fold from the waist, push forwards. Pull the hands down and pull up through the top of your head and up. Back. Push forwards. Pulling up. Just like rowing a boat. Imagine you've got the oars in your hand, you're rowing your boat across the lake. Breathing in as you come up, breathing out as you go forwards, in as you come up, little out breath and then again in. Last one. And breathing out to finish. The next exercise is from the 8 brocades. It has various names, hands climbing up the legs to strengthen the kidneys and things like that. They're very strange names. It's very similar to the fire element exercise that we've done a couple of exercises back, except that instead of coming up the back of the legs, we're going to start by going down the back of the legs. So again, we keep the feet hip distance apart, hands by your sides. And breathing in, bring the palms into the kidneys. Now breathing out, we're going to roll forward, round down, run your hands down the back of your legs, out along to the little toe, up the inside. When you get up to the waist, float your hands forward, breathing in and up, grabbing energy from above you, pull it down to your shoulders, under your arms, round to your back, and then push down again. Breathing out. Breathing in. Keep breathing in. And out. Now these breaths are quite long, so if you find that you're getting a little bit out of breath, just breathe normally. Don't worry about the ins and outs. If you need an extra breath, just take it. In, and then we'll breathe out and pull the energy down to your sides. You can do this exercise keeping your back flat and just using the small of your back rather than your legs to bring you up, but I wouldn't recommend that if you have any problems with your back at all. Okay, so the last 2 exercises we're going to do are similar in nature. They resemble the exercise known as come to me. But we'll start. Okay, so we're going to have a wider stance this time. Okay, silk reeling, that's the word I was looking for. So, horse stance again, and this time we're going to keep the weight in the centre, double weighted. We're not going to be shifting the weight backwards and forwards, we're going to keep it in the middle. Okay, so we bring one hand in behind your back, palm facing outwards, and the other one we turn and look. Down to the front, we turn and look. So the weight stays in between your feet, not shifting from side to side, but we are turning the waist to exercise the kidneys. And we change over, turn to the other side. Feeling the turn in your spine, turning just as far as you find comfortable to go. And then bringing the hands down. Now keeping your feet hip distance apart, the sort of variation on this one. Again, one hand to the small of your back, palm facing outwards, other palm out above your shoulder. Okay, so now we're going to shift the weight from side to side in this exercise. We're going to shift over to the left, bend forward and press the palm down towards the floor, leaning over, bending your knees. Then turn your palm and scoop it across. Think of running your hand through water. Shift your weight to the other side, lift up, palm out, I'm thinking of brushing the clouds out of the sky. And again, we turn and press down over your foot, sweep across, up, and back to the starting position. And again, turn, fold over, bending your knees, again as far down as you wish. You don't have to touch the floor if that's too uncomfortable. And then we'll change sides. Turning, fold, breathing out, breathing in as you come up, palm out, brushing the clouds from the sky. Last one. And then bringing your hands and feet together to finish. We're going to finish with a little bit of standing Qigong. So what we've been doing up to now is we've been moving Qigong. We can also do Qigong exercises just standing. So this is known as standing Qigong or standing practice, sometimes it's referred to. And in this exercise we're thinking of settling the breathing and becoming aware of our surroundings, listening not only with our ears but listening with our senses. So with your feet hip distance apart, knees just unlocked, imagine you're just perching on the edge of a stool, a high stool. Settle your breathing, breathe in through your nose, down to your tummy, back out again through your mouth. Now you can either do this with your hands over your dantian, your abdomen, your lower abdomen, or you can bring your hands up as if you're hugging a ball, hugging a tree. Okay? Entirely up to you. I'm going to do it with my hands up, but if you feel more comfortable, put your hands over your abdomen. Or you can start with your hands up and then drop them later. Okay, so bringing the hands up in a circle and think, hug. Now relax your shoulders, relax your elbows. Breathing in through your nose, down into your tummy, back out again through your mouth. Slow, deep, relaxed breathing. If it helps you to concentrate, close your eyes. Now there's a poem that I would like to recite to you that for me just embodies all the things we're trying to do in Tai Chi and Qigong. It's from a book written by a chap called Benjamin Hoff, and the name of the book is The Day of Piglet. So it's a very short poem, but I think very poignant and very relevant. And it goes like this. Let's find a way today to lead us to tomorrow. Let's leave behind the things that do not matter and turn our lives towards a more important chapter. Let's take the time, let's try to find the new things we're learning and leave behind, and maybe find what we have long forgotten. Like a friend, true to the end, it will lead us onwards. The sun is high, the road is long, and it starts where we are standing, and no one knows how far it goes, for the road is never ending. It flows away beyond what we had thought of. It flows away, away like flowing water. Gently bring your hands down to your sides and bending your knees, follow the chi down to your center, one palm on top of the other. Breathing settled, mind calm, listening with all your senses. And dropping your hands slowly to the sides, feet together. Fist with the right hand for strength, open palm with the left for friendship, and bent thumb for humility. Thank you all very much. See you next time.